Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we got our Digital World playmat along with the tiny plush Tentamon I picked up forever ago. And he's helping us out because as an insect, he could help us look at the deck of bees I made. Before we get into it, I got some nice sleeves on them that I got through Etsy. Insect Juice. It's got Modimon, Wormmon, Tentamon, Queenbeemon, Kumon, and Morphomon. So I thought these really kind of worked with the deck, so I'm like, yeah, I want to get some nice sleeves, because I want to, and I can, so why not? Before we look at the cards, I just want to point out that to finish this deck, it took me about 30 bucks, I think, to finish it off. And there are some cards in here which I do have some alternate options, which I'll go over after we look through the deck. So starting off, we got the Digieggs, and we got 4 copies of Pororomon. He's got the inherited effect of start of your main phase by placing 1 Digimon card with the Royal Base trait from your hand face up as the bottom security card. Add your top security card to the hand. So yeah, just plain and simple. This is the entire mechanic. We're going to try and get a lot of face up Digimon because they'll give us extra abilities. And he's from BT18, by the way. I'm going to try and say the set numbers. I might forget. So starting off, the main deck, the first card actually isn't a bee. And that's Kabuterimon from BT16. He's a 3 play cost, 0 evolution cost, 1000 DP. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with the Insectoid trait among them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. All turns, while this Digimon is suspended, it gets plus 1000 DP. So yeah, I like 4 copies of this guy because the search ability, great. The plus 1000 DP when suspended, that's alright. It might be able to help you stay on the field just that little bit longer if the opponent is closing in. So yeah, but mainly for the searching. Now we're going to get into the bees with the BT18 Queenbeemon. He's a 3 play cost, 1 Digivolution cost, 1000 DP. Can Digivolve from black or green, is dual color green-black. Digivolve from a level 2 with the Royal Base trait for a cost of 3. Security, all turns. All of your Royal Base trait Digimon get plus 1000 DP. On play, by placing 1 Digimon card with the Royal Base trait from your hand face up as the bottom security card, add your top security card to your hand. Inherited effect, all turns, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. So yeah, this one's great, allowing you to place some down and then pick the top one up, good. The all turns, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP, good. And the security ability, also good. This one's really good. And I'm not going to point it out for every card, but for all of the bees, they are dual color green-black and can Digivolve from black or green. So just keep that in mind. Also, for the BT18 and 19s, the rookies, the champions, the ultimates, all those have very similar effects between the two, between them. So this Queenbeemon, it shares the play cost, the Digivolution cost, the DP, the Digivolution, the security ability, and the inherited ability. Really, it's just going to be one of the active abilities are going to be different from all of them. So all of them are the same level, should be more or less the same. Speaking of the other rookie, we've got 4 copies of Queenbeemon from BT19. And again, 3 play cost, 1 Digivolution cost, 1000 DP. Digivolve from level 2 with Royal Base trait for a cost of 0. Security, all turns. All of your Royal Base trait Digimon get plus 1000 DP. Your turn, when this Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon card with the Royal Base trait, reduce the Digivolution cost by 1. Inherited effect, all turns, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. So yeah, as you can see, both rookies, very similar. This one's stronger though, because this one reducing Digivolution cost, that's alright. This one allowing you to get those face-up security cards, that's where this deck is at. So the BT18 is superior to the BT19 card. Going on to the champions, we've got 4 copies of BT18 Waspmon. He's a 4 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 4000 DP. Digivolve from a level 3 with a Royal Base trait for a cost of 2. Security, all turns, all of your royal base trait Digimon get plus 1000 DP. Opponent's turn. None of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon can attack. Inherited effect, all turns. This Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. Also, rule trait has an insectoid type. This one's alright. I think that the other one is more powerful, and the other champion is more powerful, and we'll see why now as we look at him. And then I can kind of go over both. I feel like that's a better way of doing it. So we're looking at 4 copies of Forge Beemon. 4 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 4000 DP. Digivolve from level 3 with a royal base trait for a cost of 2. Security, all turns. All of your royal base trait Digimon get plus 1000 DP. All turns, when any of your other Digimon with the royal base trait would leave the battle area by effects, by placing this Digimon face up as the bottom security card, they don't leave. Rule trait has insectoid type. Inherited effect, all turns this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. So yeah, I definitely like this one better because this one could stop opponents. Like from start of the game, the most this one could do is 9,000, and that's in ideal conditions. Whereas this one, you got your bid playmaker, they've played a card to delete them. You go, no. And you take this card, you put it on the bottom, face up. Now your Digimon are getting plus 1000 DP, and you've stopped them from being removed from the play area. So yeah, that's twice as good. Definitely like that. The final champion we got is also not a bee. It's another beetle. We got the Queenbeemon promo number 100. He is a 4 play cost, 2 Digivolution cost, 4000 DP. On play or when Digivolving, one of your opponent's Digimon or Tamers can't unsuspend until the end of their turn. Inherited effect, your turn, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. So yeah, I like this one. It gives bonuses to the big guys, and it'll kind of slow down your opponent's momentum as one of their Digimon won't be able to attack. And that's great. So that's why I put him in there. On to the Ultimates. We've got 4 copies of BT-18 Queenbeemon. 8 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 8000 DP. Digivolve from level 4 with the royal base trait for a cost of 3. Security, opponent's turn, all of your royal base trait Digimon gain blocker. On player, when Digivolving, for each of your face-up security cards, de-Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. Inherited effect, all turns, once per turn, when this Digimon would delete your opponent's Digimon in battle, trash their top security card. And then to go along with them, their counterpart is BT-19 Queenbeemon. We pulled one of these in the specials, and these 3 I bought extra. I'm not including them in the price to finish off this deck. The Queenbeemon, that one was $17, so yeah. But these ones we already had. I just wanted to get shiny ones, so don't include them in the completion of this deck's price. But he is an 8 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 8000 DP. Digivolve from level 4 with the royal base trait for a cost of 3. Security, opponent's turn, all of your royal base trait Digimon gain blocker. On player, when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 2 or less. For each of your face-up security cards, add 2 to this effect's maximum play cost. Rule trait has insectoid type. Inherited effect, all turns, once per turn, when this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, trash their top security card. So, between Queenbeemon and Queenbeemon, I like Queenbeemon better, because with this one, it's an all or nothing kind of situation, where at the beginning of the game, he only gets to delete 2 play costs. If you have 5, then it would be 12. Great, love it. How often are you going to have 5 on face up? Not that often, which is why Queenbeemon is just that little bit better, because he's reducing their power, and hopefully that'll be enough to allow you to run over whatever is left there. Onto the Megas, we got 2 copies of Tiger Queenbeemon. I bought this one separately. Again, I already had 2, so I'm not going to include this in the price of completing the deck for me. Tiger Vespimon's ability, he is a 12 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Digivolve from level 5 with a royal base trait for a cost of 3. Has Piercing and Reboot. On play and when Digivolving for each of your face-up security cards, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Then none of their Digimon can unsuspend until the end of their turn. All turns, once per turn. When other Digimon are deleted in battle, this Digimon may unsuspend. Rule trait has Insectoid type. I like this one because, it's got this ability down here, so you attack one of their Digimon, it has Piercing, it'll hit the security stack. You delete that Digimon, this guy unsuspends, and you can attack a second one and just do it all over again. You won't be able to do the second part all over again because that is once per turn, but the ability to take out 2 Digimon and 2 security cards, I like it. Also, with your face-up security cards, hopefully he'll be like 15 and not 12, so that should be enough to help him stay on the battlefield. Our last Digimon, and the only other Mega we've got, is the BT19 Queenbeemon. She is the counterpart to the BT18 Tiger Vespimonn. She's a 12 play cost, 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. Digivolve from level 5 with the royal base trait for a cost of 3. Has the Alliance ability, and when attacking once per turn, you may place one royal base trait, or you may play one royal base trait Digimon card from your face-up security cards with the play cost reduced by 8. All turns, when any of your royal base trait Digimon would leave the battle area, other than by battle, you may place those Digimon face-up as your bottom security cards. Rule trait has Insectoid type. So yeah, again, these two very similar, just their entire abilities are different. This one, I think, is the better one, but only if you don't use this when attacking once per turn. Because removing cards from your security, no, you don't want to do that. That's not how this deck works. But the second ability, where if your opponent deletes it through effects, other Digimon through effects, then they get put into the security. Like, oh, that's good. Because this is the only other card. Well, this is one of 3 cards in this deck. Because we got Forgebeemon, which would put himself in there. You got this one, which will allow her to put something in there. And then there's an option card in the deck that will allow you to do that, which we'll go over when we get to it. So going on to our Tamers, we got 4 copies of WinRAR. Again, we had the regular ones. I bought 3 pre-releases, and I bought this alternate art. So, not going to include those in the price since we already had the 4 regulars. But 3 play costs, start of your main phase. If you have a face-up security card, gain 1 memory. Main, by suspending this Tamer, one of your Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon card in your face-up security cards. If this effect Digivolved, you may place 1 Digimon card with the royal base trait from your hand face-up as the bottom security card. Security, play this card without paying the cost. This one's good, again, because, yes, you are taking out a security card, but because you're Digivolving, you'll draw a card, and then the second part of this will allow you to put it under. So you're not really losing any resources there. So yeah, this one, definitely good for the deck. And then we got another Tamer helping us out. And this time, it is the Guardian Vortex ST18 Shoto. He is a 4 play cost, start of your main phase, or start of your turn. If you have 2 memory or less, set to 3. Your turn. When any of your Digimon attacks your opponent by Digimon, by suspending this Tamer, you may change the attack target to another of your opponent's Digimon or a player. Security, play this card without paying the cost. I like this one because let's say hypothetically you attack and your opponent uses a blocker to block. You could then suspend this guy and change the attack target back to your opponent or to another one of their Digimon. And it doesn't say suspended Digimon, so you could do it to an unsuspended Digimon, which is great. Because then you've kind of stopped their blocker, gone into something else. Love it. Now we're getting into the option cards. And starting off with our first option card, we got 2 copies of Super Shocker. It is a 2 play cost main. Suspend one level 6 or lower Digimon. One of your Digimon with the Insectoid trait gets plus 3000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Security effect. Activate this card's main effect, then add this card to the hand. I mean, this is nice. It's cheap. It suspends one of your opponent's Digimon, then gives one of your Digimon a boost. I like this one. Nice and solid for the deck. Next up, we got the promo Green Memory Boost. I've read this one before, but we're going over the entire deck. Just a quick summary. It's a 3 play cost. You reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add a green Digimon card among them to the hand. Put the rest at the bottom of the deck in any order. Then place this card in the battle area, and on a future turn, you can activate its delay effect, which is to gain 2 memory. Security, play this card into the owner's battle area. There. 2 copies of it because I like the extra memory, and I like the searching power. Next option card, 2 copies of Shine of Bee. 7 play cost. Main, suspend 2 of your opponent's Digimon. Then return all of your opponent's suspended Digimon with the lowest DP to the bottom of the deck. All of your Digimon get plus 3000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Security, activate this card's main effect. Early game, really all you're going to be able to do is suspend some of their Digimon and then return the lowest to the deck. Later on, if you get a couple of those WinRARs out and Shotos, you should be able to get this to then be able to attack. Because again, 7 is a lot. That normally, like, opponents will leave you with 4 memory, I've seen, like, if they're having a bad turn. So that's why there's only 2 copies in there. Last card of the deck, and the third one, which will just allow you to put Digimon in the security stack without anything else needing to be done. You've got 2 copies of BT19 Hornet Eraser. And this is an 8 play cost main. You may place 1 Digimon card with the Royal Base trait from your trash face up as the bottom security card. Then delete up to 8 total play cost worth of your opponent's Digimon. For each of your face-up security cards, add 2 to this effect's play cost maximum. Security, activate this card's main effect. So yeah, because of the way this one works, I know it says 8, but because you'll add face-up security, you'll then add 2 more. So at minimum, it's going to be able to get rid of 10 worth, which that's good. Again, 8 is a lot, but because it's not like giving your Digimon a boost to kind of be like, hey, you should attack now, this is all right. Because if you can at least get another one in there, that's 12 play costs, which that's most of the level 6s. So before we go over like my thoughts on the deck, I have some alternate options for a couple of the cards. First one being the Quagmon promo, because he is a promo. He is like $17 when I bought him. And because of that, like, what would I put instead? And the first card that was going to make it in, the one that I was like, yes, this is the card, this is the champion I want in there, was Stingmon from BT16, because he's a 4 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 4000 DP. Digivolve from Wormmon for a cost of 2, has Retaliation, which I really like. On player, when Digivolving, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. An inherited effect, when attacking once per turn, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. I liked this guy. I liked him a lot, and the idea of playing down a Queenbeemon or a Kabuterimon, doing their stuff, following turn, Digivolving into this guy, suspending their big playmaker, and then attacking into it with him, and using a Retaliation to destroy their Digimon. Great combo. Loved all that. Problem, however, is that he is green and purple, and he Digivolves from blue or red. We don't have any blue or reds in there. We don't have a Wormmon in here, which means we can't use him. I suppose I could take out the 4 Kabuterimons and put in 4 Wormmons to kind of make this guy viable in some form. But then it's just getting a little too specific for that combo to be useful, and we're losing that searching that Kabuterimon gives. So that's why this guy didn't make the cut. Like, I liked him a lot, but it's just that Digivolution requirement that killed it for me. So if it wasn't going to be him, the other option that I came up with, which, I mean, you could still use the Stingmon, problem with that is that it would be slower because you'd have to hard play it, wait around, and then attack with him. So, Which, I mean, your opponent would want to get rid of him, so that could work. It's just a little too slow for my opinion and my tastes. So, the next choice was the BT8 Digimon. Because he's a 5 play cost, can Digivolve from green for 3 and has 5,000 DP. He's got the Armor Purge ability, which again, I like. And then he's got when attacking, one of your opponent's suspended Digimon gets minus 3,000 DP for the turn. No inherited effect. So I liked it because you could attack into like a 7,000 suspended, reduce it to a 4,000. This guy would survive and kill it. Or you could have him attack into the opponent's security, get one of their suspended lower, and then attack into one of your royal base that's been boosted up a bit more and finish off the job. So I like this one, but I had the chance to get Queenbeemon, so I figured let's do that. But if you can't, those are two options that I thought would work pretty well. The next card, which I'm like, this could be swapped out, is the Shoto from ST18. I think a good alternative would be Izzy from BT15. He's almost exactly the same. He's got a 4 play cost, start of your turn. If you have 2 memory less, set to 3. Opponent's turn, when an opponent's Digimon attacks, by suspending this tamer, switch the target of the attack to one of your suspended Digimon with the Insectoid trait. Security, play this card without paying the cost. So as where Shoto allows you to switch your attacks, this one allows you to switch your opponent's attacks, but only to one of your Insectoids. But we've only got Insectoids, so it's to all of them. The problem that I have is that we've got 2 Digimon in the deck that give us blocker for all of our Royal Base trade. So we don't really need to switch our attack or their attacks because we can just do that already. I was thinking it's more useful to switch our attacks. So that's why I put them in. And Izzy did not make it. The last card that I have another option for is the green memory boost that we have in here. And the other option is another promo, but it's the agility training. This is a 2 play cost. Main, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Add 1 green card among them to the hand. Return the rest of the bottom of the deck in any order. Then place this card in the battle area. Main delay. One of your Digimon may Digivolve into a green Digimon card in your hand for its Digivolution cost. When it would Digivolve by this effect, reduce the cost by 2. Security, play this card in the battle area. So again, this one is very similar to the green memory boost. I put this one in as an option because it is very similar, but it's easier to get because you can get this one in the Guardian Vortex or the Fable Waltz starter deck right now. It's just, which one do you want to run more? This one allows you to reveal 4 cards, but you only get to add 1 green Digimon. This one's 2 cards, but any green card. This one, main delay, gain 2 memory. This one, it's main delay and reduce the Digivolution cost of a Digimon by 2 if they Digivolve into a card in your hand. So it couldn't work with Queenbeemon because she says can Digivolve from, or no, it's not Queenbeemon. I don't remember which one it is, but one of them, maybe it's Queenbee, allows you to pull a Digimon card from your stack and Digivolve into that. So that's one that it wouldn't work with. But I like looking at more cards, and because we've got all greens, like I'm not too worried about that. I'd rather look at 4 cards than I would 2, personally. So with that said, how do I like this deck? Honestly, I've tried it. I modified one of my existing decks, updated it. I found a list for a deck list online, and I had the cards. I put all that together, tried them versus each other. That deck smoked this one like just crazily. Like I really like how the updated deck works, so I'm probably going to keep it that way. The problem with this one is that I think it needs a splash of yellow, if I'm being honest. I think that they need to make more support for this deck, and they need to make it a yellow color, because we've got all these cards that are like, yes, take a security card out, take a security card out, put a card from your hand there. I think it needs some yellow where it allows it to get some more security in there. Because the main flaw with this playstyle, at least in my opinion, is that you are putting these Digimon from your hand face up in the security. And so even if we've got the ultimates, which are like 8,000 DP, they're going to be face up in the security stack, and your opponent's going to see them. And they're going to be able to know, like, oh, there's a 1,000, there's a 1,000, so they'll know exactly what they need to attack with, to attack over it. And that's giving up a bunch of the surprise, which is something that I didn't think about before actually building this deck and testing it out. Because without that surprise, your opponent has no reservations about attacking into your security. And if they're not worried about doing that, they're just going to do it, and they'll take you out in an instant. And because of that, all of these abilities that you've got from the face-up Digimon aren't going to mean squat. Because your opponent's going to attack, they're going to get deleted, and you're not going to be able to use those abilities. So I really think that what the deck needs is some yellow support where they can put more cards back into the security. I would make a green-yellow deck with these guys, but then that would be diluting the royal base, and that would lose its ability there. So there's not really a good option at the moment. I think that in the future they need to make some more that are yellow, and that would fix that problem if they gave them abilities like, I don't know, like add 2 cards to your series stack, but they have to be royal base trait Digimon. Something like that, so that it's very limited, so it can't be abused by other archetypes. And where we're at now, like, they've essentially future-proofed this, because they are putting on these cards that they can digivolve from the royal base trait. So we don't have to worry about later on them just making a mono yellow B. Because then it's like, oh, well, he's yellow, they can't digivolve from it. Oh, no, wait, they can, because these new ones have royal base trait as well. So yeah, I don't think this one is strong enough yet to be anywhere near viable. I don't think it's going to top even any locals, just like for funsies. I don't think it can do that, because from my experience, they are losing too much security cards and losing too much effects before they can really start popping off. But let me know what you guys think of this B deck in the comments down below. What do you think? Did I do anything wrong? Would you have added in different cards? Leave them in the comments. Let me know. I would love to hear that. Before we head out, we like to open up a pack. So I've got 1 pack of the Special Booster version 2. So we're going to take a look at it. And I figured out, like I heard through the grapevine, that the reason why they combined these 2 sets, and for this one, and then the 19 and 20 for the next set, is because they're trying to get it to where the American release and the Japanese release will happen simultaneously, which I am delighted for. The idea that we will get the cards at the same time as Japan, so everyone will be kind of figuring out these new strategies at the same time, I really like that. I want that to happen. Anywho, we got Waspmon starting us out, Deltamon, Neimon, Pomumon, Tokomon, Wisemon, Tapermon, Nightmon, Zanbamon, Chopmon, Lord Nightmon, 11 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 11,000 DP. Digivolved from black or purple, is dual color purple-black. On player, when digivolving, you may play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon card from your trash without paying the cost. Opponent's turn, once per turn. When any of your opponent's Digimon attack, you may change the attack target to one of your Digimon with the Royal Knight trait. Again, not a big fan of this one. And we got, Magna Garurumon. Nice, super rare. Love opening those in these. He's a 13 play cost, 5 Digivolution cost, 13,000 DP. Can digivolve from black, purple, or yellow, is triple color, yellow, purple, and black. Digivolve from Koji with 5 hybrid trait cards under it for a cost of 5. When digivolving, end of opponent's turn once per turn by placing 1 Digimon card from this Digimon's Digivolution cards as the bottom security card. Delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the same level as the placed card. All turns, once per turn, when Digimon attack by adding your top security card to the hand, this Digimon unsuspends. Interesting, okay. I kind of like this. I don't think it's still good enough to beat the, the red side of the Susanomon, builds, but I do like this. With that, we are through another video. We have looked at the deck of bees. Again, let me know what you guys think of it. What would you change? What would you add? I'd love to know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a good old thumbs up, hit that like button. If you haven't, please do subscribe. I really do appreciate it. It helps the channel grow. The algorithm loves it. We upload videos on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And as always, until then, I will see you next time.